in this video we will learn how to install the Angular version on your system and how to run it. As you can see, Angular 20 has been released. It's in the active state, and we need Node.js version at least 20 or above. Okay, so since I have already installed it, I will show it here in the terminal. Here, first of all, you need NVM. Okay, you can download Node.js as well, but NVM is better approach, since we can manage. Just I will provide you these links in the description of your video, so you need not to worry on it. Just focus on the conceptual part so that it become easy to run your project. So here you can click and it will download, and you can click over and it will install the NVM. Once NVM is installed, then you can just type NVM install whatever node version you want to install. Okay, like 19 or anything. Since I have already installed it, so I will not repeat it. Once installed, then type nvm ls. It will display all the Node.js available on your system. You can see currently I am using this. So once your Node.js is installed, then go to the Angular installation documentation. Here you can see the official CLI npm install -j added Angular CLI. Copy paste on your terminal and it will install globally. You can see I have already installed the Angular version 20 latest one, so I will not repeat it again. Okay, so once these Angular CLI and Node.js is installed, then your system is ready to create your Angular project. What you have to do to create a project, just type ng new or my Angular, whatever name you want to give, and just enter. It will create your new project. Since it will take time to create, so I will not repeat it. I have already created my project, so you can find it on the GitHub repository. Here, copy and clone it on your system. Just I have done it. Git clone repository URL. Okay, now come to the VS Code. Here you can see the files and folder structure of my project. Most important is this app folder, because most of the coding, almost 90% coding we do in app folder only. Okay, whatever components we create, whatever services we create, we will create in this app folder. And if you come to the down, then we have package.json file, which basically contains the whatever dependencies we have installed on your system. Okay, and if you come to the angular.json file, it's the configuration of our Angular project, whatever we want to configure, like what will be the publish folder, dist folder when we publish our application, where it will be published, and we can set up our environment over here. Okay, like on QA, dev, whatever environment we want to use during production. Okay, so now come to the index.html file. Since Angular is a single page application, it means whatever the code runs on our browser, it will be loaded once from the front end side. Basically it works on RESTful API. It means that it will whatever the states of the UI will be from handled by Angular itself, and the only data part will be handled from backend. Okay, later on when we will create the video on HTTPS request API integration, then we will understand all these things. Okay, now come to the app.ts file. It's our root component, and you can see we have declared this thing in our index.html file. Once index.html file has been loaded in the browser, then it will go to the main.ts file. It will bootstrap our application. Okay, you can see app component has been passed in the parameter, so it will bootstrap our application and it will give to the index.html, it will replace it. So our UI part will be rendered in the body. Okay, so that's why we call it single page application, because all the only index.html file will be rendered on the front end. Okay, and later on all the different components will be created and it will work like a parent child combination. Just like you can see, I created the user component and I have declared in app.html file. Here you can see. Okay, here app.html is the parent component, whereas user card is a child component. Okay, later on we will learn input output function, how to pass data from parent to child component. If you come to the top, then you can see node modules. Basically whatever the dependencies we have installed, it will be in the node modules. We need not to touch it, we will not write anything in this file. You can see it's basically disabled mode, means whenever we commit anything, it will not be pushed to the GitHub repository. Okay, and here I have configured the tailwind CSS because it's in the trending in the market. Here it's very easy to use. Just you can see app.html file. Here we have declared the classes of tailwind CSS. Previously what we used to write first in the app.cs file code, and we define the class and then we use class in that HTML file. Okay, basically HTML is our UI part, template part, CSS is for designing, and TS is for our logical part, whatever logic we write in the TypeScript file. Okay, so this was the motive in this video, to make you understand what is the file structure, how the Angular project basically look like, and how to install it. You can see I have already run my project, it's running on 42. If you come to the here you can see, okay, if you click on it. Okay. One more interesting thing I would like to tell you in Angular version 20, like if I write something like here, if I write testing more, okay, when I save it, then you can see okay, when I save it, then it will not reload. Previously what happens, whenever we write anything in our code, when I go to the browser, then it will just refresh the browser. Okay, so right now once it has been saved, it will not refresh the browser. Okay, you will see here I have saved the changes, and if I come to the here, you just see it will not reload the our application on the browser. You just see without reloading the application, it changes on the UI. So it's very interesting change has been introduced in Angular version 20. Previously what happens, that whenever we write anything, it will build our application and reload the browser. So right now it will not reload, it will just change the UI once it has been compiled. Okay, so I think it's enough and you have understood the thing. Whatever the links I have shown on it, shown over it, I will provide in the description of the video, so don't worry, and you can clone my code from my Git repository. In the coming days I will update it and I will introduce other things like input output routing and other advanced topic, so you can find it the code over the GitHub repository. Okay, so most important thing is that you have to understand the concepts, how the things are working basically, and rest the thing you can get the code from here. Okay, so if you like my video, then please like and subscribe, and see you in the next video. Thank you.